With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll buy some time running. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on fourth down to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return, Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 27. This one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Mecca Ibuka, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for the secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
Formation for Tampa Bay.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Darnold. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Johnson on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Mayfield. And that is going to be off target and incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat?
I like that. I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of it. good and starting to play freely.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Play fake. Mayfield. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A wall of bodies there, nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
We're outside.
Now Darnold going to take it and just back this one forward to his right out. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, it's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Give the tackle to Anthony Walker. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, this unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I remember years ago spending time with a top defensive coordinator, and he said the #1 thing you have to do is hang your hat on something. Create your identity. This unit, they hang their hat on being stingy against the run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Cade Otton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So it's 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 53 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. The Seahawks are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Off the middle, here's Walker. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Once again, it's Irving. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. A run up the middle with Irving. And a short gain here down to the 22. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film? Under pressure, they got him again. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here is third and quite a ways.
We go set. Hey, set.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going up top for Cup. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Johnson to return it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Darnold. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4. Now the draw play. It's Walker. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
A shotgun handoff here to Irvin. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Mayfield to throw it. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks.
Now it's Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
We're going to set. Set.
To throw is Darnold. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Darnold to throw again. Going up top for Cup. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Cup, 38 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead is Irvin. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now Mayfield. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. 72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Darnold. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Now Darnold. Got the connection here to Bourne. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms have ever have been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
There'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Tampa Bay, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brent.